not so good. And I'll put my rook on f2, and I don't know what I'll do actually, but I'll just sort of hold it.
I mean, we should look at this position, and if you couldn't Black not just play moves like h5, bishop d5, and challenge for the e file?
Well, you can do all that.
Because where's your knight going to go to?
Well, okay, you can do all that. That crap. That's. Bishop d5. I'll play queen. I can't do that immediately. So maybe some queen b1 and come into f5 or queen f1 is also possible, and play rook e1. I just wasn't sure, and also I'm not in a hurry actually to move that knight. I have to be careful about g3 ideas, but I don't think it's particularly good at the moment. And queen b1, I wanted some queen f5 check, and it's one of those positions that if Black doesn't get play, and it's not very easy to find play, then it may be just a bit unpleasant. I don't know. What did you think?
Yeah. I thought if you managed to swap some pieces, or if you managed to consolidate.
I actually thought b takes c was a better move. Yeah,
I thought it would be more challenging.
Yeah, it was, because actually I'm forced to take with the rook, which I don't want to do. It's much better if I can take. Yeah, this one. Why did you do that? I didn't understand.
I wanted to vaguely threaten. Well, vaguely.
I just didn't understand that
option
move.
to castle queenside, but okay.
You should have just castled or something. I don't know. I just really didn't understand it. It gave me some extra options, and now I went in, and I'm not so sure. How is it if I just play? I just make some moves.
I was expecting you to defend h4, maybe g3 or queen e1, maybe.
How many points have I got in this tournament, David?
We can help you.
Well, okay. You see, I don't defend things. I'm not in the mood for making quiet defensive moves. That's no. I get. I thought that was quite good, but David played in a critical way.
I was also wondering about casting queenside.
Yeah, there was also. I can play some very funny things. Did you consider queen d3 here?
No.
That was actually quite interesting. Just saying, well, matey, what are you up to? Yeah, that it's not easy.
If I just castle.
Yeah, okay, you castle. I played bishop e3. So I'm just developing my pieces, and now I'm going to beat you like Spassky wins all these games. Just play over, and you're not impressed. Daniel, you used to play the King's Gambit, didn't you, once upon a time?
I did, that's my name. So I had to play it. Well, I had no choice.
Yeah.
And if I just go rook a8?
Joe Gallagher. He was the famous Swiss grandmaster, yeah. Joe Gallagher. Yeah. He wrote a book on this, but he sort of matured later on, switched to some other more sophisticated openings. But, that's for somebody else to analyze, because I thought, maybe I can just play quietly and develop my pieces. It also gives you some questions, how are you going to play? Maybe you should play f5 and bishop c8.
Yeah, maybe e8, f5, bishop c8 kind of. Not sure what white does either.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Perhaps you've got rook a8. That's true. Maybe it's just rubbish. Okay, so what I played was critical. And it looks a bit ropey. It looks like I'm in danger of getting mated here, but I think all the tactics seem to work. The most important, one was rook f5. Looks terribly strong. But I've got rook g3, and that actually threatens bishop e3, so it doesn't really have any time for playing any fancy moves there. King h8, bishop e3. So that's the key thing. And I was amazed, actually, after the game. David thought he was much better. I really don't know why.
Just felt as if I had so many options, and all of them looked as if you'd have to find.
Look at your pawns. Did nobody teach you about that?
The dynamics all in my favour. I mean, your king's very open.
Who's your coach?
Don't answer that, David.
I'm far ahead in development though, and
far ahead in development.
That rook on a1. Look at it.
Look at that rook on a8.
That's why I moved it.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't really get that.
I mean, I was wondering about c5 immediately.
C5,
or maybe even e5. I was struggling to figure out the difference between the two. But
I don't know. I just thought I couldn't possibly have any difficulties.
I mean, you need a couple of moves before you can do anything, and even then, I mean, I can get rid of this weak pawn on c6
and then you're worse. You know, I mean, the point is, even if you exchange off the pawns, you're worse. So,
but if I can win one on b2 or something,
if you can exchange off and you can win one, and get checkmate, then you're better. That's true.
But you did.
I mean,
take on b2.
He did.
Eventually, too late.
Yeah. Okay.
If I go c5 immediately, for example.
Well, I don't know. c5, is that a good move? Maybe. I just, I was
the exact opposite. I thought there was no way I could be worse than.
Actually, you're probably both right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the computer so that's right. The computer thought it was equal or something. Is that right? Somewhere around here. I don't know.
I just thought I had to be more accurate than that.
I don't know. Well, anyway. Let's get on. We had an interesting sequence. I had to play rook b1, which wasn't really the move I wanted to play, but and now c5. I was getting very excited because I thought I'm going to flag him, but actually, I mean, here black has to be very accurate, and maybe I missed something. I mean, I missed something after a couple more moves.
Yeah,
I mean, why didn't I play?
Basically just overlooked g3. I'd assumed he had to play king g1.
Yeah, and the tactics don't work. I mean, you can try all this rubbish. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah, queen g6, hoping for king h3. Queen g3 mate. It was a good one. But, I mean, this sort of thing, I've always got mate on f8, you know, so this is really the key thing. It doesn't really work. And now, after rook e4, why didn't I play queen f3 and then you resign?
Do I just go rook c4? I have to defend myself.
c3. I'm sorry, takes in c3. I mean, this is actually very, very unpleasant. I think maybe I just missed a win.
I thought it was holdable, just.
Yeah, well, a
win is a bit.
You're so optimistic.
Who's optimistic saying an endgame meet with equal materials of win?
Come on. Where's your
I said it's holdable. I never said it's.
Where's your positional understanding?
Wow. Okay, I take on c5.
You take on c5. Okay, I'll play rook e1 with a threat.
I agree.
Watch it. Yeah, good. Careful. Did you see that?
I'm not a complete beginner, Nigel.
No, he saw it. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, and now king f3, for example. I think this is I think it's unpleasant. You wouldn't want this.
If I go a5, maybe.
If you go a5.
Okay,
a5 bishop e7.
Yeah.
So you're already in trouble.
Well,
sort of. Yeah, maybe it's holdable actually. It's maybe not that bad. But I think it's no. Seriously speaking, I mean, I think it's an unpleasant endgame. It's it's black simply has more weaknesses. And we all know that the main idea in the King's Gambit is to win